So just tell us about what it's like being here rather than Montana State. How much different is this?
The weather is a lot nicer and stuff, but yeah, it's been fun. Been enjoying myself.
How do you think you're meshing into things so far?
So far, I think I'm doing pretty well meshing into the things. In the summers, we had a bunch of walkthroughs, so that kind of helped me with the first few days of camps and getting comfortable in the offense.
Almost had a TD on one of the later drives. Would it have been nice to punch into the end zone?
Yeah, no, definitely. I just need to keep on driving my feet, finishing in the yellow.
You look like you are sort of a tough yardage guy. Like you don't want to go down. Is that part of your game?
Yeah, that's what I'll say. I fight for every yard.
Coach AT, when I was talking to him about you, said he watched, I think, a game that you went off against him at Montana State. Can you just talk about that relationship and what's it been like building the bond with him?
Yeah, so my freshman year, I played Coach AT back when he was at Cal Poly, and I think I ran for over 200 that game. And after that game, kind of went up and introduced myself, and it's kind of crazy. Fast forwarding now, and now he's my coach for my last year in college. It's awesome.
How would you rate how comfortable you are on the offense and how you complement the rest of the backs in the room?
I would say a 9 out of 10, and with the rest of the backs in the room, we all compete with each other, so I feel like every day we just push each other, get better.
You came here, sort of, what was your goal? What did you hope to achieve?
My goal was just to play at the highest level of college football, and I was at Montana State for 5 years, and the place was awesome, but after 5, I thought it was time to move on.
And is it the kind of thing that anybody at that level wants to know, how would I do if I'm at one step up?
I think so, yeah. Growing up, I watched the Pac-12 all the time. They're always on, so it's always been a dream playing in this conference. Yeah.
And did you come here with lots of confidence that it was going to translate real well?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks, you know.
What do you see running behind Jaydn? What do you see out of him as a back? Is there something you can pick up about his game?
He's very, very elusive, and like he's super explosive. He's a great player, and it's honestly fun watching him run.
Have you been through a camp where you've had a chance to work with so many different players? Because you guys are rotating quarterbacks, offensive line, all those types of things.
I would say so, yeah, a little bit. I mean, kind of like in most places, they rotate quarterbacks and get different feels for what they can do with different people on offense. So it's been fun, but yeah, something I'm used to.
What's the value in that you see?
You get a chance to see how every quarterback plays, because like you never know when anyone goes down and what quarterback's going to be in. So you kind of know what each quarterback brings and like what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are playing with them.
You had 2 different stints in the transfer portal. How do they differ, and how happy are you that it worked out the way it did?
Could you ask that question? I'm sorry.
You had 2 different stops in the transfer portal. Was it different feedback from schools or different attention from the 2 times, and just how did it work out to come here?
I would say it was about the same each time I entered the portal, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did because now I'm at Berkeley, so I'm excited about it.
How long were you actually at San Jose State?
I want to say about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, went through spring ball.
Was that spring kind of a nice preview to adjusting to an offense like this compared to where you're at Montana State?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right. Anybody else for Isaiah? Okay.
Isaiah.
Okay. Ashton Stredick. Ashton, can you talk about how you feel you're doing and where you're at with competition?
Yes, sir. So far this fall camp, I just pretty much been using everything I did in the off season, just transferring it into my play, and it's really showing up on tape. And I think everyone's starting to see that, you know, I've been busy and just working hard.
How do you see your role going forward this year? Do you feel like you've got a shot at being on the field?
Yes, sir. I definitely think that I have a shot on being on the field. You know, it's a team effort, so if I don't get the opportunity, then, you know, I'm going to just be waiting until I do, so, yeah.
How did you challenge yourself in the offseason? What did you do differently?
One thing I did differently is I definitely watched a lot of film. I think that contributes to, you know, being able to play faster, so watching a lot more film and then getting more cardio.
You're one of the faster guys on the team. How do you stack up against the fastest guys?
I mean, we don't really race, but you know, when I get the ball, I run. If they catch me, they catch me. It's hard to say, you know.
Are you originally from Texas?
Yes, sir. I'm originally from
What are
Texas.
you telling your teammates about what to expect going back?
Yeah. Oh, they all they should know it. It's really good. It's gonna be really hot, and just, you know, you're just gonna have to fight through it because it's not gonna be easy. But that's pretty much all I'm telling them. Just get ready for that heat.
You're able to flash during the spring. You know, what kind of confidence boost was that? Getting an opportunity to do some things, you know, over the course of the spring and now into camp.
Say that one more time.
What kind of confidence boost was it to, you know, do some things in spring, get more in the mix, and during spring and now in camp?
It was a big confidence booster. You know, one of the main things is like I did this offense at high school, so it was like I already knew a lot more going into it. So I just got the ball and just played fast, and then I didn't really have to think a whole bunch. So with that comes you can just play fast and just clear your mind and just go out there and do your thing.
It feels like a pretty wide range of talent and skill sets within this running back group. How do you differ from the other guys in the room?
I say I'm a lot more shiftier than the other guys. That's pretty much it, you know. We all play with vision, so I say just my separation is just speed and shifty.
How much did Fire represent lay out the hip 11 on 11?
Oh, you know, I mean, there's just one play. I don't really think too much into it, but it was pretty exciting, you know. Yeah.
What are you doing on special teams?
I'm doing kickoff return. I'm the off returner, you know. I just go knock somebody out if I can. Yep.
How much do you expect the running backs to be used in the passing game? Because it feels like you guys are getting pretty heavily involved at times in camp.
I think we'll definitely be utilized a lot. You know, I feel like all of us are definitely comfortable catching the ball, so, you know, that will be a threat this year.
In the climbing zone, Jaivian Thomas, got any questions?
How's it feel representing Oakland and representing the Bay out here at Cal?
It feels good, you know, close to home. Got a lot of family out here to see me, so, you know, it feels good to represent.
You're getting some pretty good run on fall camp so far. Is that a pleasant surprise for you?
It is. Adjusting from high school to college, you know, it's not easy. So, but this running back room we have, they're a lot of help. So it just helped me be able to adjust over time.
You've had some big plays in camp so far too. Is that something that's given you a confidence boost, being able to contribute that much this early?
Oh yes, it is. But it comes from the line first. Coach Spav, you know, he's a great play caller, so you know that helps also. The line has given us a big boost, and like I said, the running backs there, like they help a lot, and they open up.
I think but I think we go to the shirtless running back.
Hey, Jaydn Ott here with Cal Football. Who's the fastest running back in the RB room?
I would like to give that to Jaivian Thomas.
Oh yeah, okay, Cap.
I think everybody that we've talked to that's brought up your name has also mentioned the Jet. They can't leave that out. How did that start, and then kind of what went into, you know, coming up with that nickname?
It started when I was younger. When I played football, I've always been fast my whole life, you know. So when I was younger, I got nicknamed the Jet, and just carried on with me to high school and now college. And it's a good thing for me, you know. It's not easy to have a nickname around here, especially in college. As a freshman, to have a nickname, that's big for me.
And was it a family member or a coach? Who came up with it?
Oh, it was my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What might be your role on special teams this year?
I'm back there a lot on punt return and kick return, so, you know, that is big for me, you know, because the running back room is pretty loaded right now. But as long as I get on the field, you know, that's a blessing. So that's all I'm fighting for.
Potentially as a gunner at all? Is that something that may talk about that?
Nah, I haven't been too much as a gunner.
You've done some things in the passing game, catching passes, getting out in the open field. How much do you feel like that could be kind of your way to get onto the field and see some time this year?
Oh, that can be a great way for me to get on the field. You know, I have worked on my hands and my route run a lot over the offseason coming into college because I know I need it. Because nowadays, running backs are evolving. It's not just running the ball, it's catching, it's blocking, it's running routes, it's a lot. So you got to adjust over time.
What have you learned from, you know, watching Jaydn, and also Isaiah's been, you know, a veteran. He's been through the battles. What have you learned from both of those guys so far in camp?
Those guys are really good running backs. You know, Isaiah have a lot of experience over the past years at Montana State, and, you know, Jaydn Ott, he was a true freshman last year. So, like, what I learned is to be more patient and read the defense. You know, coming from high school to college, it's not easy because the speed is very fast. over the first few days, it took me some time to really adjust to the speed, but them being in my ear really helped.
What's your current height and weight, and have you responded well to the strength and conditioning program since you've been in the summer?
Yes, I have. So I came in about 170. I've gained 10 pounds since. I'm a 5'10", 180. I've gotten a lot stronger and bigger since I've been here, and they helped me a lot.
Being one of the leaders of the McClymonds offense last year underneath Coach Peters, how much did all those situations that you were in there for the MAC, how much did that help you with all the situations that you're experiencing now?
Being at MAC is not easy, you know. It's kind of like college, I'll say. The coaching is tough, very tough. The conditioning is very tough, so it kind of helped me to be ready for this college life.